Vice Chair, I'm going to chair the meeting. We don't have a quorum at this point. And that's because our alternate quorum of four council members, the assessor, and the treasurer is not a possibility tonight because there is apparently a competing council meeting that I didn't know about, that nobody mentioned, unfortunately. So that means we need an old-fashioned quorum of 13 people. And my sense is that that's a very slim possibility. It looks like Paige and Ron can't be here either. So I'm thinking we'll wait until quarter till. I'm not sure who we can call. Oh, we got one more here, so we're two short. But we'll just wait and see how it goes. And if we need to shut it down for want of a quorum, we will do that. But we'll give it another 10 minutes or so anyways. Maybe there's some folks I can call. Who else I could grab? So now we're two away. Yeah, I don't know if you heard, but our the sort of alternate quorum is four council members, the treasurer and the assessor. And there's a conflict with the council that I didn't know about. When I was just saying there's a very good chance because of some conflicts that we're going to have to reschedule this meeting because we may not have a quorum. We're too short right now, and based on all the people who contacted me and said they can't be here, I am very dubious as whether we're going to get those other two. But I'm going to try to reach out to some folks and call. what do we got now? Now we got three counselors.
Yeah.
Oh, Jack could be here. We'd have it. Means we need one more person though. And we've got.
Hello.
Hey Sal, we may not have a quorum. We're
Well,
one.
I just realized that. I'm sorry. I have a 7 o'clock subcommittee meeting, but anyway, let's see what happens.
Yeah, I'm giving till quarter till. We either need one more counselor and we got no Jack. Or we need just one more anybody, actually, either way, and then we'll have the quorum, but I don't think we're getting it because of all the people who told me they couldn't make it. But we're gonna wait until quarter till and see, and then I'll just call it.
We would lose.
And we'll just have to reschedule.
Okay, I'll hang in, see what
Okay.
happens.
Yeah. Even if Sal stays, we lose the quorum.
Hi. Can anybody hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
I'm counting 13. Am I wrong?
counting 13. 1, 2,
Yes, sir.
3, 4, 5,
That's Sarah Notion.
7, 8.
I'm not a participant.
Oh, right. Yes, this person here is not a participant. She's just the secretary.
Yes.
Just the secretary.
Just a secretary.
6, 7. Let me just make sure again. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, actually, 12. I hear footsteps.
Is Marty?
Marty's here. He's a member. Yeah.
But Sarah's,
No, Sarah is.
Sarah McNall.
No, Sarah McMillan. No.
I'm not. So weird.
Well, folks, it's 6:45. Um, should we wait 5 more minutes, or you think this is? We'll wait 5 more minutes. Okay. We had Tom here. Maybe I can get him back in. He said he was sick. Could say, can't you zoom in? Wait, at this point, we need to, right? Well, if we start doing these on Tuesdays, then Paige can make it. But I don't know there's so many council subcommittees now. I don't know how we have one of these that doesn't conflict with something. We're just going to have to prioritize it at some point.
Sorry, I'm still missing it. There's 7 people on the call remotely, and it looks like there's 8 people in the room. Is that not enough, or did I miscount?
We have 7 people in the room who are members of the Board of Abatement. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people online who are members of the Board of Abatement. So that's 12, and we need 13. Yeah, that probably won't help Evan, but we can get her in for the first couple.
Come in person or?
Well, they're.
I think they're all.
Evan's here.
We have a third one, right? We got Katie and
The last one's just.
I don't know if Jesse, the other applicant or not.
okay, because the other
He said-
applicant is Sherpa.
Sure, but yeah,
Yeah,
Jesse Jacobs.
no,
He owns the
that's a
building.
different Jesse. Oh, isn't it? Yeah, it must be because it's spelled differently. Okay. Well, as soon as Adrian's in, we'll,
There he is.
okay. Let's convene the meeting at whatever time it is, 6:47. See what we can do. Why don't the folks who are remotely identify yourselves, who are participating remotely?
Bob Gross is here.
Okay,
Mary Hooper. Sarah
Evan
Carter.
Richards.
Sal Alfano, City Council.
okay.
Evan Richards.
Okay, we need, we're just looking for the members now. We need Sarah and Adrian.
Hi, this is Adrian Gill, City Council.
Okay.
Sarah Carter.
All right, that looks like everybody. All right, I'm assuming there's no comments from the board. So let's go straight to the tax collector's abatement request. Tax collector is not here. Filibuster, I can tell you filibuster is closed. And there's a small amount, I don't remember exactly how much is on $208, and just the sense is that we're not going to get that. So this is one of those, like Bev, the tax collector now is Serena, just feels that we're not going to be able to get, so we're going to clean up the books.
That we accept the tax collector's recommendation to abate the $208.44 due to the business being closed.
Okay, so-
Second.
all right, any discussion? All right, hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, the motion carries. So we're going to move to the two short ones quickly. I don't know if we can do the Sherpa one. Is anybody here representing Kamal Sherpa? Okay. So it's up to you all. Do you want to go forward with it anyway? This was one that was bumped previously, and it's a water and sewer charge request.
I was gonna wonder if we could go to Katie because she's here and
Oh, well, just, we may just be able to dispose of this pretty quickly.
I think personally, I think we should bump it and have a little bit more outreach to them to see if they can come to a meeting.
Okay, we definitely expected them this meeting.
this is their second time. This is their second.
This is their second
Yeah.
time being bumped. Yeah. All right. Is that the feeling of the group? Should we give them another chance and bump to another meeting? Okay, well, I'm not hearing any objection to that, so why don't we do that? Okay, we'll move on to Katie. Katie, are you here?
I am here.
All right, why don't you tell us what's up?
Well, my name is Katie Swick, and I was.
I got to swear you in first. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
right.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you are to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
You're sworn in.
Okay, thank you. My house was one of the houses that was flooded in 23, and it was sold to the city this year on August 5th. And at the closing, I had to pay the final taxes, which was $427.70. So I guess I'm requesting an abatement for that amount because I think then the rest of it's on the city because the city now owns the property. I think that's the prorated amount from, what is it? I don't know, the beginning date of the tax year to August 5th this year, 2025.
So the city now owns the property?
Yes.
Oh,
So buyout property.
Yes,
Okay.
the buyout property.
well,
So I don't know. The city wants to abate the rest of the taxes. I don't know how that works, but I just want my part abated.
Needs to make a motion that we pay the full amount of $427.70.
Second.
second? All right, is there any discussion?
I think we should abate the whole thing since the city owns it now, returning what she paid to her.
Yeah, just I guess in case I'm wrong on that amount, but yeah.
Otherwise, we'll have to abate the city's portion at another time.
Okay, so,
But this was the city's portion. I'm sorry.
No, the 427 is what she paid. She wants that abated and returned to her.
Yes.
But the whole year's
But
right.
the whole year
Hmm.
can just be abated as well.
And it wasn't before. Okay.
Correct.
I thought this was the remaining. It wasn't.
Mm-mm.
So the motion should be amended.
if no one objects to the motion being amended to be an abatement of the entire bill, I'll approve that by unanimous consent. Is there any objection?
I have a question, John. Does the city have a tax obligation at all?
No, not at all.
So what are we abating?
I think it's more of a formality.
To get the debt off. the
Just to have it
records.
clean, yeah.
Well, do we have an obligation to the state on the education side? Or we just talk, no.
Yes, we
You're
do.
not-
We're not abating that though.
Yeah.
But we're not. Okay, so we're just doing the municipal taxes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry, that was obvious, but
So is there any objection to modifying the motion? Okay, hearing none, we'll consider it amended by unanimous consent. So on the underlying motion, is there any other discussion? All right, hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
I,
All opposed, say nay. All right, the ayes have it. Motion is
Thank-
approved.
Thank you, everybody, for showing up to have this done tonight.
Now, I don't know that we realistically have time in 5 minutes to take care of Evan.
Could
To go right.
Well, Sal and Adrian both
Both.
have to go.
Can you give Evan the opportunity to present, and then if we need to discuss again later, then he wouldn't necessarily have to be here?
That's a good idea.
Yes, we
Thank
could do
you.
that. Evan, we could give you the opportunity to present. And it's
Thank
not
you.
like BCA where folks would have to review the testimony, I don't believe. You could make your presentation and then we could choose to rule on it at another meeting that you may or may not have to appear at.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes, I accept.
All right, we'll do it that way. So that means Sal and Adrian, whenever you need to go, you can go, and Evan will let you make your case.
Okay, so I'll
I
be
have to
quick.
swear you in. Do you would raise your hand?
Yep.
Do you swear that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
2023 contractor came to clean my HVAC and did not turn off the furnace, caught the house on fire. Smoke went through all the HVAC, unable to live in my home. The insurance was unable to secure a contractor. Contractor walked off the job. I've found contractors, but prices have really gone very high. Insurance has been unable to agree on hiring a contractor. In April of 2025, the insurance compelled appraisal. It's a process without any deadline, and it's been stagnating in appraisal ever since April. I think it was like March 31st. So yeah, about 5 months, going on 6. There's no control over this process. There's nothing I can do to speed this up. I would have to sue. I would have to file with a judge to rule in, and I don't even know what the judge would do other than just add pressure to the umpire and appraiser. So the home remains unclean. I have paperwork from Paul Davis, which is a restoration company, saying that they still smell smoke, that still work needs to be done. I can't hire anyone without payment from the insurance, and the whole claim is stuck in appraisal, so I completely have my hands tied. I've reached out to every state entity I could, including Department of Consumer Affairs, and I'm in an absolute complete stop. I'm just sitting and waiting, and I've been unable to live in my home now for 22 months, and previously got an abatement awarded for most of 2024, and I'm just asking for all of 2024 and all of 2025. Even if tomorrow the appraisal were to finish, it would probably take several weeks for a check to arrive for my insurance. And then I've been estimated, 6 to 9 months, especially during Christmas when things are slow. So abating through 2025, I think is absolutely, it's going to take at least that much time to get the house rebuilt and be very appreciated. Thank you.
I'm going to open this up for questions and discussion, but very quickly, I just want to lay out there that the challenging part of this is that under the statute, it refers to damage done within the tax year. And we've moved beyond that. However, this group in the past for the flood, for the folks who were demonstrated as being substantially damaged, did regardless go out and make judgments into further tax years. So just putting that out there for purposes of, and informing the discussion.
Thank you.
Anybody have any questions? Carrie?
I have a question for Marty about the assessment on this property. Has it been adjusted to reflect the fact that it's uninhabitable?
It has, and I visited. I forgot to bring my notes with me, but I was there a little over a year ago, and I did not smell smoke. I think my opinion of the property is it's not far from being habitable.
I just want to be clear, there's no heating system. there's since you were there, Marty, drywall's been ripped out, insulation's been ripped out. There's absolutely no appliances. You might want to give it another look. But I have it in writing from Paul Davis that they smell smoke. Also, smoke varies depending on temperature. You don't smell it in the colder months, you smell it in the warmer months. But I'm happy to provide everyone a copy with the report from Paul Davis if they'd like to see that in writing. And it's by the owner of Paul Davis, Ken Williams.
Any other questions or comments? Anybody online, any members of the board have any questions?
Yeah, this is Bob Gross. My question is there a difference because the amount of the settlement with the insurance is not sufficient for the owner, or is it because there's no amount? I mean, what's the difference in the amounts at the moment?
It's over 100,000.
So that's the total cost,
Yes.
or is that the difference in the costs?
That's the difference in the costs. And contractors want to see the full job. You know, it's very hard to get people to do partial work, especially when you have a whole home like this that's been stripped down to the studs.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions from board members on remotely? Okay, is there any other questions from folks here? Person.
Can I just confirm, if we abate the taxes, that's going to you, Evan, and not to the insurance company or like a
Nope.
mortgage
Yeah,
company?
it's just for my I pay the taxes. No one's been paying my taxes, so it would just come to me.
For purposes of discussion, is there a motion by any chance? I'd definitely entertain one of that at any point, unless there are more questions first.
Hey, John, Mary Hooper. I'm pondering this, and I understand that the form has checked taxes or charges lost and destroyed during the tax year. This doesn't fit. I just want to confirm that it's not, we can't afford to pay the taxes, which would be another item on a different argument on the form. So, Mr. Evans, this is not, you're not saying you can't afford to pay the taxes, but it's that you're asking us to kind of not apply the law, which says we can defer this, we can defer taxes for the year that it was lost in, but doesn't give us guidance beyond that.
Yeah, when I was talking to John, he did cite the exception that was made for flood losses. And in my opinion, because I've involved the state, I've done everything I can to move this along. There's no other recourse, and there's no way for me to live in that home, especially with my family, especially with there still being the presence of smoke. You know, smoke is a subjective thing, but I'm like I said, I'm happy to share more documents if you guys want to see Ken Williams' statement. Essentially, this home is not livable, and it's been that way for going on 23 months now.
Yeah.
And it's been said to me that Vermont law does not regulate insurance companies as thoroughly as other states. So in my view, I hope this is getting attention at the state level, because this is what happens is people lose their home and there's really nothing they can do about it. And in terms of being able to afford it, you know, I will always be on time paying what I have to. The real question is, how am I going to afford rebuilding my home if I don't have the money to do it correctly? And basically, what shortcuts am I going to have to take? Or is it going to be a total loss because I can't ever get it back? that's really my biggest concern, and I don't think this abatement is going to necessarily change the outcome of that for me, but everything is really helping because this is a very difficult uphill battle.
I appreciate that, and I'm sure we are all sorry for what you've been going through. Our dilemma is we also have to protect the interests of the city. I assume there must have been some sort of settlement with the HVAC person, and in either case, either with HVAC or with your insurance person, is there any contemplation of their paying the taxes that are due on this property?
It's an interesting idea. I mean, I relinquished my rights because my insurance is pursuing the HVAC.
Yeah.
I can sue for additional damages, but I also have to find an attorney. I have to bring a lawsuit, and the abatement amount I'm asking for is easily the retainer fee for an attorney. So, in an ideal world, I would love for the person who caused this to make it right, but the trouble is holding people accountable and doing so efficiently, and I just can't do that without almost spending the same amount of money to get it done.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. I also do just want to add, I was born and raised in Montpelier. I've owned this home since 2016. I haven't been able to live where I want to live for a while now, and I understand the interests of the city. I also feel like if there was a recourse, I would take it, and I hope it's in the interest of the city to know how much of a captive state Vermont is in favor of insurance companies, and that we should all, I hope, take a lesson from this, that maybe we need to review state regulations a bit more. In the interest of the city, I have done an extremely diligent work exercising every right I have. And in the interest of the city, my case, I think, is a poster child. If anybody else finds themselves in this situation, and I know I'm not the only one with this insurance company, it's absolutely in the interest of the city to be aware that this is a serious risk. And as climate change and other things might increase the risk of total losses or large loss claims, it's, and especially with the flooding, you know, thank you for hearing my case.
So I would say, I think the big question was just brought up there in terms of being a poster child. That means we are making a statement going forward, I think, about the application of the law and why.
Just have like one more kind of factual question. Sorry if this, I'm new. But like, if it's the amount of money asking for abatement in this tax year reflective of the assessed value of the property before the fire, or is there a new valuation of the property right now?
That value would have been changed.
Yeah, I think the
That should
value's
be
changed.
Yeah.
2023, I want to say, was the assessment.
Can you clarify,
Yeah.
Marty? I think we're confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I went there after the fire, like I said, I forgot to bring my papers with me. I don't have the number, but the value should have been lowered to reflect the damage. So this abatement would be based on a lowered assessed value.
And that lowered assessed value would have taken effect this April 1st of this year of
Yes.
April 2025.
Yes.
So I'm sort of thinking about it in two ways. There's the request to abate 2024, which seems pretty, we have the authority and it seems like a valid thing to do if Marty did not adjust down until April 1st. But if in fact Marty did adjust down on April 1st, it would seem that that adjustment would reflect
I
what.
just want to be clear, my tax payments went up 2025. They didn't go down. So I show the math on my form. Sarah McMillan shared the charges, and they went up in 2025.
Did everybody?
I'm on the ArcGIS website trying to double check, but
We can discuss, we just can't take any action. I think the idea was to have a discussion, then maybe folks can review the tape and in another meeting, we can come back and make a decision. My understanding is that would be fine. We just can't we can't do anything.
Other committees cannot meet, discuss, they don't. They're not, like the open meeting law. Thanks to Stephen Whitaker, I know that.
Well, if that's the case, then we should cut off the conversation. I did not think that was the case, because otherwise you couldn't close the meeting.
You can deliberate for the decision, but you can receive
information. Oh, we were starting to deliberate for the decision, so we can stop doing that.
Okay. So, Evan, it looks like we've just got 12 people now, and I'm going to double check that, and we need 13 for our quorum.
yeah. And I don't know if I was muted, but did anybody hear me that the taxes were higher in 2025?
Yes, we
heard. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I'm looking on ArcGIS. It says the grand list year is 2024. I don't know what that means. If that means it's the last time it was updated. But I don't see the value having gone down at all.
So how about prior to the next time we gather, we confirm what the tax values were for 24 and 25?
Yeah. Is it the listed real value? Is that? Because that has been the same. 344,700.
I think like the next time we meet, we need to have the value 23, 24, 25.
We can set that up.
Yeah. I think we've got everything we need to from Evan now.
Yes.
Yeah. So we could.
So we don't necessarily have to bring you back unless you want to come back, Evan.
No, I'm fine. Yeah, this has been really nice. I think I've shared everything. If you guys want the Paul Davis report, I'm happy to provide that, where he lists smelling smoke and additional remediation the owner felt needed to happen. Should I email that to Sarah?
You're welcome to.
Yeah, just to clear that up, because a lot of work has been done, and by opening up drywall, sometimes you release things you may not have smelled at first. So,
okay. All right.
Happy
So
to do that.
we will plan on closing the meeting for lack of a quorum. We will reschedule a meeting to bring this issue up again. There won't be any more testimony unless, Evan, you showed up and you wanted to give some more. You're of course welcome to, but the board would start deliberating based on what we've got, and I'll make sure that folks who are participating next time, who did not participate this time, review the recording before involving themselves in any kind of deliberation. Does that sound good?
Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Right.
Thank you.
So, being no quorum, we are done. And we'll get you out a message as to when we're going to reconvene. We had another one to do anyways, the Kamal Sherpa, so we were going to have to come back anyhow.
Is there a possibility to do the BCA or the Board of Appeals back to back with?
I think we could, now that this next BOA meeting is going to be something manageable and containable. I think we could totally do that.
That would be efficient use of everybody's.
Yeah,
time.
yeah, I think let's do that this time. And it makes sense to me. Does it make sense to you, Sarah?
Absolutely, some cities combine those two boards, so, yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll do it.
See you guys. Yeah.
Bye.
Good night.